Hello everyone, welcome to the physics class. We are doing the applications of Gauss's theorem. So today is the day of second application, that is to find electric field intensity due to uniformly charged thin spherical shell, that means a hollow sphere. In the previous lecture we discussed about the electric field intensity due to a straight uniformly charged wire. Okay, today we are going to calculate electric field intensity due to a uniformly charged thin spherical shell. It means shell should be thin, surface should be thin, and charge should be uniformly distributed. Another one, that is shell, it means hollow from the inside. So you can consider that if a body is hollow from inside, it means charge given to that body lies on the surface of that body, because that body is hollow from inside. So first of all, I am drawing the figure. We have a spherical shell hollow from inside, and that is uniformly charged. Positive charge is given to them. And charge lies on its surface, because that is hollow from inside, that is a sphere of radius small r, radius capital R, sorry, O is the center. Okay, so what is R? R is radius of hollow sphere. Hollow sphere का जो radius, that is represented by capital R. It means this is having a charge. So charge body is electric field intensity at any point. The point at which we have to calculate the electric field intensity, that may lies inside the sphere, outside the sphere, or on the surface. The point at which we want to calculate electric field intensity, that lies may be outer side of the sphere, inner side of the sphere, or maybe on the surface of the sphere. So there are three considerations. What are they? First case is that if we are taking the point outside the sphere. Okay, so let point P lies outside the sphere. Point P lies outside the sphere. So here is the point. Suppose this is the point P, where we want to calculate electric field intensity due to a hollow charged sphere. Okay, that is uniformly charged. Q charge is present all over the sphere. So distance of point P from the center of sphere, that is small r. I mean, what is the case? That is r is greater than r. It means distance of that point from the center of the sphere is greater than the radius of the sphere. तो अगर पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा होगा तभी वो स्फीयर से बाहर है ना. इट मीन्स स्मॉल r इज ग्रेटर देन कैपिटल R. दिस इज द फर्स्ट केस वेयर वी वांट टू कैलकुलेट इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी एट पॉइंट P, which is lies outside the hollow charged sphere, that is uniformly charged. Okay, so we are doing the applications of Gauss theorem. So there is must required, that is using of Gauss theorem. So how the Gauss theorem will be used? So look at this now. So first of all, Gauss theorem is applicable only on a closed surface, that is Gaussian surface. So first of all, we have to draw a Gaussian surface that is enclosing the charge of sphere. So what we are doing, opening the compass equal to the radius small r and drawing a sphere around this. This is called Gaussian surface. This is called Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface. Okay. Now this Gaussian surface encloses a charge. Gaussian surface encloses a charge, that is Q, that was present on sphere. Okay, so what is now, according to Gauss theorem, that is phi equals E dot ds in vector form, that is equal Q upon epsilon naught. Flux equal E dot ds in vector form, that is Q upon epsilon naught. Q is the charge enclosed and epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space or vacuum in which the charges are present. Okay. So what we have this, if we are opening the dot product, that becomes E ds cos theta equals Q upon epsilon. E ds opening the dot product, E dot ds, that is E ds cos theta. Why integral? Because we want to calculate the electric intensity due to whole sphere. Okay. I am taking the small surface area here, that is ds. पहले हम ds का निकाल लेंगे, टोटल का निकालना तो उसका इंटीग्रेशन कर लेंगे. Okay, that is the method. So what should be the angle theta? Theta, as always knows, that is angle between direction of electric field and direction of area vector at the point where we want to calculate the electric field intensity. So we want to calculate the electric field intensity at point P, and the charge is plus Q. So electric field will be outside. Charge is plus Q. As source charge is positive, electric field will be outside. As source charge is negative, electric field will be inside. Okay. So positive charge is there, electric field will be outside. So what is the area vector? Area vector is perpendicular to the surface. This is the area, so perpendicular will be in this direction. So direction of electric field and area vector are in the same direction. Same. So angle will be theta 0. So flux will be E ds cos 0 degree. As we know, cos 0 is 1. So what it becomes? That is E ds q upon epsilon naught. E ds q upon epsilon naught. So what is this? Why cos 0 1? E ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. So now what we have to do? E integral of ds q upon epsilon. What is ds? ds was the small surface area. So what is the integral of ds? It means total surface area. Integral of ds is total surface area. So what is the total? As the Gaussian surface is in the shape of sphere, because the hollow is also a sphere. So Gaussian surface is in the shape of a sphere. Okay. So there ds means, ds इसका एक small part है Gaussian surface का. तो total integral का मतलब है total surface area. Sphere है, sphere का total surface area, that is 4 pi r square. So what will be here? E dot total surface area of the Gaussian surface, that is 4 pi. यहाँ पे रेडियस हम इसी की लेंगे Gaussian surface की, that is small r. Now it becomes E 4 pi r square q upon epsilon naught. E 4 pi r square q upon epsilon naught. Okay. So what we want to calculate? We want to calculate electric field intensity. So what will be the electric field intensity here? E lies on this side. 4 pi r square उधर चला जाएगा, divide 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. So what is the electric field now? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. So this is the electric field intensity at point P, which just lies outside the hollow sphere due to that uniformly charged sphere. दोबारा से देखिए एक बार. We want to calculate electric intensity at point P, which just lies outside of the sphere. Okay, charged sphere. Sphere of radius capital R having charge q on its surface. As the sphere is hollow from inside, charge will lies on the surface of this. We want to calculate electric intensity at point P, which is at distance r from the center of sphere. Small r is greater than capital R as the point is outside. So what is according to Gauss theorem? That is flux is equal to E dot ds q upon epsilon naught. Operating on this, that is E dot ds, E ds cos theta. What is theta now? Theta is the direct angle between direction of electric field and area vector at the point where we want to calculate electric field intensity. So we want to calculate electric field intensity at point P. As the source charge is positive, electric field will be outside. So area vector is perpendicular to the surface. On the curved surface, perpendicular is always there. So E and n cap means area vector and electric field are in same direction. So theta will be 0. So putting the value of theta 0, cos 0 1, that becomes E ds. E integral के बाद ds. ds is the small surface area of the Gaussian surface. Integral of ds means total surface area of the Gaussian surface. As the Gaussian surface is a spherical surface, so what will be the total surface area? the formula for surface area of a sphere, that is 4 pi r square. So the denominator क्या, electric field is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square, that is due to hollow sphere at a point lies outside the sphere. Okay. Now the question is, what will happen if this point lies on the surface or inside the surface? So look at the second case now. This was the first case. Second case, point P lies on surface of hollow sphere. It means in that case, if this point P lies on the surface of the sphere, on the surface of sphere, here is the P point. So what will happen? It means in this case r is equal to r. Small r, distance of the point P from the center, and radius of the sphere are same because point lies on the surface of the sphere. So we can put r equals r. So what was the electric field intensity? Electric field intensity was outside the point, that was 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon small r square. So in this case we can replace small r with the capital R. So this will be electric field 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. Now there is another term, as the charge is on sphere, surface of the sphere. Okay. So what will be the surface charge density? Why we are calculating surface charge density? Because charge lies on the surface of the sphere and point is also on the sphere. उसमें जरूरत नहीं थी क्योंकि पॉइंट आउटसाइड था. यहाँ पॉइंट भी सेम के ऊपर है तो चार्ज भी सेम के ऊपर ही है, सरफेस के ऊपर. सो व्हाट इज सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी? दैट इज सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी वाज सिग्मा, दैट वाज क्यू टोटल चार्ज, मींस कितना चार्ज कितने सरफेस एरिया के ऊपर है. टोटल चार्ज क्यू है ऑन दिस सरफेस एरिया. स्फीयर का सरफेस एरिया क्या बनेगा? 4 पाई कैपिटल आर स्क्वायर. 4 पाई कैपिटल आर स्क्वायर. So sigma equals q upon 4 pi r square. Why this? This is surface charge density. I am writing here for your convenience. This is surface charge density. As the formula of surface charge density is total charge divided by total surface area. Total charge is q over there, and total surface area of this is also 4 pi r square. So what is now? If you want to calculate the value of q from here, it becomes q equals sigma 4 pi r square. Value of q is sigma 4 pi r square. Okay. So putting the value of this in this, putting the value of q in this, so put in equation 1. First equation में put करते हैं. What it becomes now? E equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Putting the value of q. q के वैल्यू ये पुट करेंगे सिग्मा 4 pi r square upon r square. Putting the value of q in equation 1 here. q का वैल्यू पुट किया. 4 pi से 4 pi कैंसिल, r square से r square कैंसिल. So what is the electric field now? So electric field will be on the surface of sphere, that becomes sigma upon epsilon naught. So electric field intensity on the surface of the hollow spherical shell, charged, uniformly charged hollow spherical shell, that is sigma upon epsilon naught. अगर r दे रखा हो तो ये फॉर्मूला भी यूज कर सकते हो, कैपिटल रेडियस दे रखा हो और चार्ज दे रखा हो. अदरवाइज सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी दे रखी हो तो आप ये फॉर्मूला भी यूज कर सकते हो. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ यूनिफॉर्मली चार्ज स्फेरिकल शेल. So what will happen now if the point is lying inside this spherical shell? Okay. Point P lies inside the spherical shell. Here shell means that is hollow from inside. Suppose if this point lies inside, means here. So this is the point P. Point P lies inside the spherical shell. So this is the point P. So this is the radius now. I am not taking this distance. Now point P lies inside. Okay, this was the radius r now, and this is the distance r. Now r is less than capital R. Means distance is less than the radius. It means inside. distance is less than radius, it means inside the spherical shell. Okay, so what will happen now? The Gaussian surface will be on this. This is the Gaussian surface at point P. Does it look here that Gaussian surface as encloses no charge? तो स्फीयर का चार्ज तो इससे बाहर रह गया. क्या गॉसियन सरफेस के अंदर कोई चार्ज है? नहीं है. चार्ज कहाँ रह गया? उससे बाहर. तो अगर किसी भी गॉसियन सरफेस के अंदर चार्ज नहीं है, इट मीन्स देयर इज नो फ्लक्स, एंड इफ देयर इज नो फ्लक्स देयर इज नो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. ओके, इन दिस केस गॉसियन सरफेस encloses no charge. In this case Gaussian surface encloses no charge. Gaussian surface ने कोई चार्ज enclose नहीं किया अपने अंदर, सारा चार्ज उससे बाहर रह गया. So Q will be 0. Now suppose if Q will be 0, then electric field will also be 0. According to this, if we are putting on this, if Q is 0, right hand side will be 0, everything will be 0, so electric field will be 0. So inside the hollow spherical shell, electric field will be 0. Outside the hollow spherical shell, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. R is the distance of that point from the center of the sphere. And on the surface of the spherical shell, that is sigma upon epsilon naught. What is the electric field at the surface of the sphere? That is sigma upon epsilon naught. Okay, this was the 3 cases of spherical shell. Okay. So moving like this, we want to draw a graph how the electric field intensity varies with the distance from the center of hollow sphere. किस डिस्टेंस से सेंटर से स्टार्ट करते हुए डिस्टेंस चेंज हो रहा है, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी भी कैसे बाहर जाते हुए चेंज हो रही है. एज वी नो, फ्रॉम द सेंटर अप टू द surface, electric field will be 0 because as no charge is encloses here. From the center up to the capital R, it means surface, the electric field will be 0. So I am drawing a graph now. That graph is taking R, it means distance is here, and electric field on the y axis. Okay, this is the center of the sphere, this is the capital R, it means surface of the sphere. So if we are moving from center of the sphere to the surface of the sphere, electric field will be 0. So there is no electric field, no graph will be there. This is the value of electric field. Electric field will be 0. But from the surface पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है, that is sigma upon epsilon. तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड सरफेस पे है कुछ, यहाँ पे this is the electric field value, that is यहाँ पे इसकी वैल्यू है sigma upon epsilon. Now after the surface अगर हम बाहर जा रहे हैं, as we see that electric field will be inversely proportional to r square. It means distance increase होगा तो electric field decrease होगा, and not r के inversely नहीं है, r square के है. It will not be straight line, it will be a curved line. Distance increase तो electric field decrease. It means after this distance is increasing, electric field will be decreased like this curved line. Why not straight? Straight तब आती जब electric field सिर्फ r के inversely होता. Okay, 1 power के inversely हो तो straight line, 2 power के inversely हो तो curved आएगा. So it means this is the graph of variation of electric field intensity with the distance from the center of the sphere to the point lies outside the sphere. Center 0 up to the surface, that remains 0. At the surface, that become maximum sigma by epsilon naught, and after this, so it will be again decreasing. So it means electric field is maximum at the surface, that is sigma by epsilon. You can see here, इस surface से पहले भी 0 है, surface के बाद decrease हो रहा है. It means electric field due to a uniformly charged spherical shell is maximum at the surface, inside 0 and lying decreasing after the surface. So this was all about the electric field intensity due to uniformly charged thin spherical shell at 3 points: lies outside, lies inside, and lies on the surface. So moving like the hollow spherical shell, next case is electric field intensity due to uniformly charged thin spherical non-conducting solid sphere. So now we are taking a solid sphere. Solid means that is solid from inside, not hollow from inside. Now, Okay, the difference makes, what is the difference between the previous case and this case? Previous was the topic about hollow sphere, that was hollow from inside, charge lies on the surface of that. It means in this case charge will lie all over the surface, inside and on the surface, because this is not hollow from inside. So first I am drawing the diagram. This is the solid sphere. Charge lies as well as on the bulk and on the surface. On the bulk and on the surface also, because this is not solid, hollow from inside, this is hollow from inside now. So solid है तो कोई मटेरियल होगा तो उसके ऊपर चार्ज भी जाएगा. ओके, दैट इज नॉन कंडक्टिंग. इट मीन्स फैल नहीं सकता चार्ज, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जा नहीं सकता, जहां है वहीं का वहीं रहेगा चार्ज. सो देयर इज द चार्ज, सो देयर विल बी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऑल्सो. देयर आर 3 केसेस ऑल्सो नाउ. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल center is O and radius is capital R. Okay, charge is Q, shape spherical, surface area will be 4 pi r square. Okay, the point will be the same cases, 3 cases will be there, outside, inside and on the surface. And keep it in mind that results will be same. First case was electric field outside. If a point lies outside the solid sphere, the result will be same as like spherical shell, Q upon R square. Okay, will be same, and derivation will also be same. Derivation will also be same in the case outside the solid sphere or spherical shell. Derivation is same, result is same. That is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. And on the surface, this is also E electric field on surface. That is also same. That is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square, or we can be written as sigma upon epsilon naught. Okay, in vector form I have written now. So what the difference will make it? That is inside. Okay, if third case is there, point P lies inside. If point P is lying inside the solid sphere now, so what will happen now? It means R is less than R. The point P lies here, suppose. Point P lies here. So this will be the Gaussian surface. मैं डार्क कर रहा हूँ थोड़ा सा ताकि आपको क्लियरली विजिबल हो जाए. दिस इज द गॉसियन सरफेस एंड इसका जो डिस्टेंस है दैट इज स्मॉल r. ओके, थोड़ा सा समझने की कोशिश कीजिएगा. सो यू कैन सी दैट व्हाट वाज द टोटल चार्ज ऑन द सरफेस एंड इनसाइड, दैट वाज q. क्या इस गॉसियन सरफेस के अंदर सारा q चार्ज ही आ गया या कुछ चार्ज आया? ये वाला चार्ज तो बाहर रह गया ना, सिर्फ इतना ही कुछ चार्ज इसके अंदर आएगा. इट मीन्स q चार्ज विल नॉट बी इनसाइड नाउ. टोटल q चार्ज इसके अंदर नहीं आया, गॉसियन सरफेस के अंदर कुछ चार्ज आया. तो हम पहले सबसे पहले ये निकालेंगे कि हाउ मच चार्ज इज एनक्लोजेस इन द गॉसियन सरफेस नाउ. क्लियर इट इज. सो व्हाट वाज द q चार्ज प्रेजेंट ऑन 4 pi r स्क्वायर. सॉरी, वॉल्यूम में था वो टोटल. तो वॉल्यूम में कितना चार्ज, व्हाट इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द स्फीयर, दैट इज 4. सरफेस पे नहीं था ना अकेला, तो पूरे अंदर भी और सरफेस पे भी. इट मींस टोटल वॉल्यूम पे फैल गया. तो वॉल्यूम पे अगर हम चार्ज निकालेंगे, चार्ज प्रेजेंट ऑन पूरे का वॉल्यूम देखें तो 4/3 pi r क्यूब, दैट वाज q. कितना चार्ज था? q. ओके, चार्ज प्रेजेंट ऑन 1 अगर वॉल्यूम हो तो दैट इज q अपॉन 4/3 pi r क्यूब. पूरे का हमने निकालना कितने का? सिर्फ इतने वॉल्यूम का. इसका वॉल्यूम क्या बनेगा? इसका रेडियस स्मॉल r है. सो व्हाट विल बी इट्स वॉल्यूम? इट्स वॉल्यूम विल बी 4/3 pi r स्मॉल क्यूब. सो चार्ज प्रेजेंट ऑन 4/3 pi r स्मॉल क्यूब. ये समझ आ गया होगा आई थिंक. देखो, पूरे के ऊपर चार्ज हमें पता है. ओके, स्मॉल के ऊपर निकालना है. टोटल के ऊपर चार्ज, टोटल वॉल्यूम के ऊपर चार्ज क्यों है? 1 के ऊपर निकालिए. अगर हमें 1 का पता तो जितने का निकालना चाहते हो उससे मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. 4/3 pi इतने का निकालना है. इसका वॉल्यूम है 4/3 स्मॉल r क्यूब. सो इसका निकालना चाहते हैं हम, दैट बिकम्स q अपॉन 4/3 pi कैपिटल R क्यूब इंटू 4/3 pi स्मॉल r क्यूब. 4/3 से 4/3 pi से pi. सो व्हाट इट विल बी, इसका नाम हम रख दिया q डैश, मतलब इसके ऊपर q डैश चार्ज प्रेजेंट है. व्हाट इट्स वैल्यू? दैट बिकम्स q स्मॉल r क्यूब अपॉन कैपिटल R क्यूब. So this is the amount of charge present encloses inside a Gaussian surface. इस Gaussian surface के अंदर charge Q dash enclosed है, ना कि अब Q है. So there is a charge inside ना, so there is electric field also. So what will be electric field now? We want to calculate this. What is the formula to calculate it? That is E dot ds. That is Q upon epsilon. But now we will take Q dash. Why? We are taking the inside case. इस केस की explanation है. तो inside का केस है, तो inside का चार्ज लेना पड़ेगा कि इतना inside enclosed हुआ है. That is Q dash, not Q. So what will be this? That is E ds cos 0 degree. 0 डिग्री क्यों? स्फेरिकल शेल वाले में कर दिए ई और एरिया वेक्टर डायरेक्शन सेम है. Q डैश अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. सो E विल बी आउटसाइड, ds cos 0 1 हो जाएगा, Q डैश अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. ओके, सो E इज हियर, ds टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ दिस इनसाइड गॉसियन सरफेस का ही लेते हैं हमेशा. व्हाट विल बी द सरफेस एरिया ऑफ दिस? दैट इज 4 पाई स्मॉल r स्क्वायर. Q डैश का वैल्यू पुट कर रहा हूँ Q r cube by में r cube by epsilon naught is also there. So now divide ले जाइए उसको. E equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. ये क्या और ये क्या? क्या बचा? r cube by r square r cube कैपिटल क्यूब. दो कट जाएंगे पावर स्मॉल से. So what will be the result now? That is Q here is also. So what is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught? Q r upon r cube. Q r upon r cube. So this will be the electric field lies inside the solid sphere that is uniformly charged. Okay, ये inside का. Spherical shell के केस में inside में electric field 0 था, but in solid sphere case electric field will not be 0 inside. In this case you can also see that electric field is directly proportional to r. So look at here, r small r is in the numerator. Electric field will be directly proportional to r. It means r increases, electric field also increases. R increases, electric field is also increases. Spherical shell में क्या था? Inside electric field 0 था. तो यहाँ पे अगर हम ग्राफ बनाने की कोशिश करें, so this is distance and this is electric field. ये हो गया सेंटर, ये हो गया इसका सरफेस. सो सेंटर से सरफेस तक, सेंटर से लेके सरफेस तक r इंक्रीज होगा, डिस्टेंस इंक्रीज, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आल्सो इंक्रीज. 1 पावर के है, दैट मींस दैट विल बी अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. सरफेस तक क्या रहेगी? एक स्ट्रेट लाइन. ओके, दिस इज द स्ट्रेट लाइन अप टू द सरफेस. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंक्रीज हो रहा है, सरफेस पे जाके मैक्सिमम हो जाता है, दैट इज सिग्मा अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. दिस इज मैक्सिमम. एंड उसके बाद क्या? उसके बाद रिजल्ट सेम है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड r स्क्वायर के इनवर्सली, मतलब r इंक्रीज तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड डिक्रीज. नॉट स्ट्रेट, इट विल बी कर्व बिकॉज़ r स्क्वायर के. So this will be the graph in the case of solid sphere of variation of electric field with distance, and that was the graph of variation of electric field with distance in case of spherical shell. So in spherical shell and solid sphere, only the difference is in between the inside case. Outside and surface the cases both are same and having the same derivation. So these are the two applications of the Gauss theorem for calculating electric field intensity over the spherical shell and solid sphere. Hope you all understood the topic. So do practice on your fair notebook about the derivations also. So thanks and have a nice day.